believe I got in this place. Hey everybody, it's Sleeve for this supermarket checkout. We are at Zales ShopRite of West Berlin, New Jersey. Is this the store that I used to work at?
Yes.
That's right, folks. I worked here the summers of 97 and 98, as well as Christmas time 97, 98, and 98, 99. And I can tell you a little bit more about this store. It's been around since 1987 when the Berlin Circle Plaza opened up. This was actually at one time George Zales Sr.'s flagship store. In fact, before he opened this store, he flew in 2 Italian pastry chefs to teach his bakery staff how to do the excellent pastries that you can only find at Zales. Now, I'm not here just to check out the place. I mean, I only shop here like all the time. But I was actually sent on a mission from my dear sweet mother. You see, this was a few days before Christmas when I shot this video, and I was sent to get some baking needs for my mother's world-famous Christmas cookies. And with the store having recently been remodeled, I thought it'd be great to share this with you. Over to the left is the former Hallmark Card store, which is now the ShopRite Wine and Spirits store. And this actually opened up a little more room in the produce section, as we'll see when we walk in. Now I'm going to give you a little history about this particular store, but bear with me because I have so many memories in this store that I may have a few ADD moments. Now we're walking through the expanded front entrance, and since this video was taken, they've installed an automatic gate when you first walk through, like the wood tile pattern here. This is something a lot of stores are doing, and this tile is what they had in the store prior to this recent remodel. There still are some elements of the 06-07 remodel in this store. However, most of the store has been remodeled to resemble the Center Square ShopRite, which we've explored in a previous video. Now here we are in what is now the produce section, has been since 06-07. When I worked in this store, the corner to my left was floral. Where we're staying now is the pizza island where my friend Wendy worked. To my left here was the bakery. To my right was the deli, where the bakery is now. In fact, the front corner to the bakery used to be customer service. Yes, everything moved around from the original 1987 layout in the 06-07 remodel. Well, everything except for the meat department and the seafood department. Over where sushi is, it's also the Chinese Wokkery. That used to be the in-store snack bar. And over here is where the donuts are, but I am going to exercise some willpower, which will be a first for me, Charleston Pinball Arcade, and tour the rest of the store with you. Over in the back where the deli is now, that used to be where the produce department was. And now they've expanded the floor tile around the seafood department. They've expanded seafood a little bit here. And it's the Chinese Wokkery, where I've spent many a dollar. Now, this seafood department holds some memories. I worked in this department for 2 days, the 23rd and 24th of December of '98. And, of course, it was Christmas Eve, so all the Catholics in New Jersey got to get their Feast of the Seven Fishes on, so we were swamped. Now, normally, I was in the maintenance department. I was a janitor here when I worked here. However, I did some leveling. It's basically moving the stock on the shelves to make it look like it's all, full. I was a cart chaser. I was also a bagger. And, when we actually used plastic and paper bags Wow, don't do that anymore. But most of the time, I was sweeping the floors, mopping the floors, vacuuming the carpet I used to use over in the produce and party section. I'll show you where that used to be. And of course, answering calls such as, Jason and Maintenance, please come to aisle 5 for a wet cleanup. And Jason and Maintenance, please come to register 12 for a cleanup. And of course, Jason and Maintenance, please come to the back of the store for a bail. This was also a store where my friend Andy, who I've mentioned to you before in the past, worked. He and his stepson actually worked night crew. They'd be here during the night. So I usually run into them if I was leaving at 11 o'clock or if I was coming in at 7:30. Okay, we got the first item on my mom's shopping list, the green cherries. And I'll see if we can get all the items on the shopping list. The one thing I couldn't find, by the way, was the green sprinkles or the green sugar crystals. Still find the red, but not the green. But had to find the correct chocolate chips for the chocolate chip cookies. ADD moment as well. You'll notice they're using digital price tags on the shelves here. And you may also notice that the shelves themselves are being lit. Just a few of the changes that are being made. And I actually like the digital price tags. It's so much easier to change them just from one computer in an office instead of going out with a little machine and changing the tags and everything. And now let me see if I overlooked any other items on Mom's list. I mean, I like to bake, but I don't bake as much as Mom does. However, I did bake an applesauce raisin cake a while ago. Got the recipe from Mom, which was my grandmother's recipe. My brother tried it and said it was just like Mom, so I guess I'm holding down to the tradition. Actually, I shouldn't say that. My sister is also pretty good at baking and cooking and everything else. Now, again, this was during the holiday season when I took this video, so it was packed. But then again, this store always does good business. And that's as far as I can remember. I mean, going back to 87 when my folks started shopping here. And then 97 when I started working here. I still keep in touch with a few of the friends that I've made working here. I mentioned a few of them to you. One guy who's still working here, and when I say still working here, most of you who shop at the store know who I'm talking about, and that'd be Sammy. He started working here when the store opened in 1987, and I don't think he's ever left. In fact, a few months back, I was walking in the store, and I happened to see him taking his break over in the front entrance. Just talk with him. He's a good guy, but there's a lot of good folk who work at this store. Don't know as many of them as I used to know back when I used to work here, but I have to say that I've had great experiences shopping here as a shopper, and I still have great memories from working here. One such memory happened about towards this area. I have to say it was probably at an end cap of one of these aisles. And the exact location I don't quite remember because, well, the tiles changed, the walls have changed, but it'd be somewhere about here. It was an end cap, and on the end cap was cranberry juice. Cranberry juice in 1 gallon glass jars. You don't see that anymore. They've all gone to plastic, but these were in glass jars, and apparently either someone had bumped into it or whatever, and they had all toppled over, and there was a mess of shattered glass and cranberry juice. And this happened before I even got to work. It was on a Saturday, if I remember correctly. I think it was a Saturday. Now, I have a habit of getting to work early. I believe that early is on time is late, and late is never acceptable. I believe my grandfather on my mom's side of the family instilled this value in me, and I still hold this to this day. So I was there about a half hour early, and one of my managers happened to see me as I'm walking in, and he says, "Jason, can you clock in 30 minutes early?" I'm like, "Okay." And he, just quickly explain what happened. So I put on my apron. I think you're still wearing white shirts with ties back then. Then I fixed my name tag, grabbed my gloves and a bucket of mop, and quickly went to work. And out of an 8-hour shift, this literally took at least 6 hours. It felt like that at least. I mean, first we had to try to keep the spill from spreading while we're grabbing shards of glass. Not with our hands, thank God. We do believe being safe. So we ended up sweeping up the glass and the other odds and ends, and then mopping the floor for the next 4 or 5 or 6 hours until finally you couldn't tell that there had been a spill. Then I did as much of the rest of my duties as I could fulfill for the rest of my shift, and then came home pretty tired after that. Now, this is something new. They've actually added aisle markers for the frozen area, which runs kind of perpendicular to the rest of the aisles here. Also, you may have noticed, and you will see more of it as we get closer to aisle 15, that there's some sort of wall there that was broken through to add more aisles to the store. The original store ended at aisle 15 and was added on sometime in the early 1990s before I started working at the store. And this is going to come into play as I explain a little bit about the party section that I used to vacuum. Now, this area right here is where the party section would have started, right by that beam between the eggs and juice signs. In the 06-07 remodel, they were actually windows to a barn. And it seemed it was easier for whoever did the remodeling to just paint over everything and just make them into blackboards instead. Now, when I was first hired at this location, this was actually the bulk section, much like a miniature Sam's Club or BJ's Club. And there's a wall that we're crossing that walled off this section. And not long into my time here, during that first summer of 97, it was turned into a party section with everything from birthday cards, funny hats, cake toppers. Pretty much everything except for the cake itself was in that location. That was short-lived as well, and later they moved all that and the floral section to right near health and beauty aids. Now here we're in the frozen section, which, much like the Center Square ShopRite, now has its own aisle markers. And these 3-sided ones, I think I like them better than just the regular 2-sided. You can see them from every angle, which makes them a lot easier. And that's pretty much that for the recent remodel here at the West Berlin ShopRite, or Store 531 as I knew it as. Of course, I always wondered why this store, which was originally built in 1987, was Store 531, while Laurel Hill, which was originally built in 73 as a shopping bag and became a ShopRite in 80, was Store 539. And I wonder if that 539 designation is going to carry over to the new Cherrywood store, as they've started working on that. But only time will tell. And for now, let's enjoy shopping at the West Berlin ShopRite, shall we? Well, I managed to find everything but the green sugar crystals, but stay tuned. I go to a few more supermarkets, and eventually I find them, but I'll leave that to be a surprise for you in a future supermarket checkout video. In the meantime, folks, thanks for shopping with me at Zaley's ShopRite of West Berlin. And again, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend. Check out my coloring books. Link is in the description. And stay tuned for the new coloring book I'm putting together called Try the Donuts. I know it seems like a running gag with Charleston Pinball Arcade, but there will be a food-themed coloring book, and I think you're going to like it. So stay tuned, of course, and stay tuned to my next supermarket checkout video. You never know where I might pop up. I may even pop up in a very interesting supermarket that I've only recently shopped at. Well, that should be it for us here. Folks, have a great day out there, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye for now.
How easy is it to get a free ShopRite all-natural grade A frozen turkey? Easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Present the same price plus card at the same ShopRite each time you shop through Wednesday, November 25th. 2. Spend $150 and get a 10 to 13 pound turkey free, or spend $250 and get a 16 to 20 pound turkey free. 3. Reach the required purchase, pick up your turkey at the same ShopRite, present your card, and we'll automatically deduct the price of the turkey. ShopRite.